Hi dear Taurus, this is Anastasia for Amira Salon's channel, and today I will be doing mini spread, mini reading for March, April for you for 2018. As before, if you watched my videos before, I use Golden Tarot deck for this mini spreads by Cat Black because I really enjoy its imagery and symbolism. And I'm also guided to use for earth signs for today. Angel Therapy Oracle cards. So let's begin with Golden Tarot deck. And if you're familiar with classical traditional tarot decks, it's almost the same, but the artwork is really inspired by Middle Ages, medieval times, and looks like, for me, it looks like some of them are paintings from the past. Okay, so Taurus, March, April 2018. So we have the first card, which is Page of Coins. The second one is, Page of Swords. We have two pages here. Seven of Cups. And the Lovers. Very interesting spread. So let's look at the energies coming for Taurus for March and April 2018. So first of all, if we look at these cards, we see pages. Two pages means that something going on in your life when you're either waiting for a message or you will be receiving a message even if you don't expect it to be. However, I strongly feel that some of you, some Tauruses who are watching right now, you're waiting for this message. And most likely this message about finances, financial resources. Maybe you're thinking about to maybe change jobs. Maybe you are looking into to make an investment into your personal, maybe your business. You would like to be an owner of your business. And I would say that either this message is coming from financial institutions, like maybe you applied for a loan, or you asked a person, somebody like patronizing figure who has resources, and maybe you already negotiated that with this person and you are just waiting for them to say yeah or nay, right? However, for some of you, I would say Page of Coins in any ways, it shows that there will be money coming. Maybe not so much about like actual money, but the news about money, maybe information about a raise. And you were, even if you don't wait, if you didn't wait for that, that would be a surprise, which is very pleasant. But here I feel that you know that it's coming, but you're not quite sure. So this card shows us that yes, the money is coming. Or if you want a raise, you really have to bring up this issue because kind of universal energies are in your favor of receiving more than you have right now. So a good card for finances, particularly for Taurus sign, earth sign, earthly energy. And also with this money, I'm feeling like for some of you, it will open up a path for something more important than just money. So you are not waiting for the money just for the sake of feeling prosperous or having money to go for shopping spree, right? But you really are looking for some investment to make, or you want financial support for something really important. Now, Page of Swords also can show that for some of you this will be very unexpected, or also Page of Swords may mean that it won't be as easy as you might expect it to be. So swords are usually, it's about ideas. And also if you look at this figure of this young man, he is kind of ready to cut something with his sword. I hate to say that, but it could happen for some of you. It would be cutting off finances and resources, or they will just, the person who you depend on, they will just say, it's enough. at this point it's enough, and the news about this could come to you, could be brought to you pretty abruptly, and maybe even, I wouldn't say in a rude manner, but in an inconsiderate manner. So you can be not very, pleasantly surprised. Yeah, so we are talking about March. March. I would say that usually pages, they come in spread, and particularly when they come in bunches and pairs, that means that yes, you are mostly relying on information about ideas or projects or investments or support, or I would say also maybe partnership. But because Page of Swords usually indicates a person, if it's impersonation of a real person, it could be a person who is very quick in their decisions, and they could be quite, they do not, it doesn't take them too much time to look for the right words. And so you can you can be a little bit maybe upset with the information coming, and it will be in the end of March. So again, I see kind of several groups of Tauruses here. For some Tauruses, the information about money will be very positive, coming very fast, maybe faster than you expect. But for some, but for others, that would be not the very not the exact news you would like to receive from either a financial institution or from a person who you maybe asked for support. So this dynamics here, that's what I feel. I'm just thinking if it refers only about money and nothing else comes to my mind at this point. I really feel it's more about money, not relationship. However, we have by the end of April, because like I'm looking at these cards, like this is more March and this will be further into April. There is a card, the Lovers, which speaks about partnerships and choices. Not so much about love, actually. It's very sometimes very frustrating, because you're thinking that there are two lovers there, and the face value of the card is about a union, a romantic union. But most often, my observation is that this card shows up when people are trying to find a partner, or trying to not a romantic partner, but they are trying to find a partner who will support their ideas, or they would like to sign a contract, or they would like to feel some support from somebody else, but they have to make a choice. So it's the card about choices, because if we look at this biblical plot that particularly this deck is reflective of, it's all about Eve's choices, right? It's about Eve's choices. So she was given a choice either to taste the apple from the tree of life, of knowledge, or not. And that's how tarot, classical tarot, looks at this symbolism. So why I'm talking about choices, because Seven of Cups, it's also all about choices, and there will be a lot of offers or opportunities for Taurus. I would say by the end of March and beginning of April, we can see that there are a lot of cups, and some of these cups, yeah, I think there is only one, maybe two cups that are positive, with some positive contents, and others have snakes. You can see some kind of dragon figure, yeah, mythological figure. There is a woman's head coming out of the cup. So the idea of this card is that yes, there will be choices, and many Tauruses they will be looking into offers and trying to choose between many offers. It also can show to the situation of competition, of of whose choice is the best. So if it goes about family choice, for example, you're looking for moving out, or you're looking for a new house to buy, there will be a lot of choices, and the family members will be kind of competing over whose choice is the best, you know. So I'm just looking at this card, and I kind of see a family who they're sitting around the table, and they're looking at the offers, and they're circling the offers of homes, and there is this debate over which home to look at in the first place, and there is some kind of argument about that. Also, this card is a card of dissatisfaction despite a lot of opportunities. So maybe it's also a card, a warning for Tauruses who are reluctant to make the choices and to look at the opportunities. And of course, they have to think about that yes, you don't have to be too fast to make the right decision. And Taurus, as the Earth sign, they are more, how to say, they're more considerate about what is working best for them. They like to weigh all pros and cons about any situation in their life. I also strongly feel that someone who is watching, they're having a lot of offers for, not for marriage, but maybe for partnership, romantic partnership, and this person is trying to look at each offer, but for some reason each candidate, according to this person, to this Taurus person, they have their drawbacks, and it's very hard to find the right one, to choose the right one, because there is some drawback or some imperfection that the person who is choosing their focus, they are more focused on these drawbacks, little, flaws, that they pay attention to that more than to the positive characteristics. So this is interesting. Yeah, most likely it's a woman who is looking for male partners, and there's a bunch of partners over there. But and she's and almost like hear her thoughts, that she's like, oh, why I cannot take all of the good qualities from each cup from here, and you know cast away the bad qualities, and why it cannot be just one person, because one person could be kind, but maybe he's not very serious about money. Another person is serious about money, but they're also maybe like Scrooge, they are not really. It's very hard to depend on this kind of person. Another person is good looking, but they are not very smart, And she's thinking, why I cannot take all these characteristics from all these people and create one perfect man for myself? And that's why she keeps on procrastinating with her choice. And again, the Lovers speaks about the same thing. So most likely, for Taurus who are watching, and she's or maybe it could be a man as well, who is looking at several women candidates, or I don't know, they're just thinking that each person is kind of good in their own way, but I really would like to have all these characteristics, best qualities in one ideal person. And that's why they cannot make their choice. So the warning, maybe the advice of this card is, be very, yes, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful, but don't float only in your illusions, because you cannot create a perfect man or a woman or a partner. And look at yourself. You're also not perfect, right? And maybe somebody else is also trying to seek your partnership, but they're looking at negative qualities more than your positive qualities, and that's why they don't make their choices about you as a partner. So try to be a little bit reflective and try to be on the more fair side. You cannot have a best of all. So you have to compromise. You have to go past your illusions and really look into maybe into doings more than words, or promises. So all of these energies of some uncertainty are present in April. And talking about the first part of our read in March, beginning of March and the end of March, it's certainly about some kind of financial issues and news about finances. And like I said, for some of you, it could be very positive and coming fast to you, faster than you expect. But for others, it would be like somebody will cut off maybe a portion of your, I hate to say that income, but maybe a portion of the loan. So maybe you applied for the loan and they would say in the first place, yes, it can be this way. But then when you actually come to sign the contract, they would say, oh, look, actually, we can give you less than what we looked at your credit history and we decided that we will, at this point, we will give you a little bit less than you expected. That's how I feel about these cards. Now let's look at a few cards from Angel Therapy. So maybe they will also give us some insights about some of these situations. You know what I said about romantic partners and these choices and these illusions and all this trying to find the ideal or best person, it could also relate to job offers and job search. And again, and it could happen that when you're looking for this offer, the salary is good, but you don't like the time slots, the shifts. Or in another job offer, the time is perfect, but less salary than you will expect. So something like that. And you really have to be patient with yourself, but you have to go past the illusions. You cannot find the perfect place, perfect job, and perfect person. So try to compromise and make the right choice. Ask for the guidance from your spiritual team, like looking at this angel talking to Eve. It's all about Eve. Okay, mediumship. Oh, that's an interesting card. Past life issue and singing and dancing. Interesting card for Taurus. I don't know. I don't remember many Tauruses who would love to sing and dance. Oh no, I remembered one. Okay. Can I try? I will begin with this one. I'm just so attracted by the colors of this card and because here the cards are so kind of, they speak about uncertainty, some illusions, some wishful thinking, not knowing what exactly you would like to do. And this card is so much different. It's about spirit of spring. And the card says, express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. You know, Taurus, when you're too thoughtful about something and too like lost in your thoughts and thinking, contemplation about things, choices, money matters, just try to find time to take a break from all these thoughts and just enjoy music. If you're not a singer, go to the concert and listen to a singer. If you're not a dancer, just listen to the music or watch dancing show, or just try to dance if you feel that you're awkward and not comfortable doing it in public. Do it by yourself, and it certainly will elevate your energy level. And after this break, you will look back at your choices, at your competitive offers, all of this, and you'll think, you know what, I really think I should not be so serious about that. So let me try this. And most likely, with a higher level of energy, you can make the better choice. Past life issue. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So whatever is coming to your life in March and April 2018, Taurus, it's all related to some other experiences that your soul still remembers. And maybe that's why it's so hard for you to get out of the situation and you feel trapped. But because it has something to do with maybe low energies accumulated from the past. You just have to release them. And again, find creative way how to release them other than just, indulging in substance, for example. But just find something that you really enjoy doing, and you can get out of this trap for sure, because there are things that we cannot control, and there are things that for surely we can control. And your reaction to challenging situations, it's something that you can control. Now, sorry. Now this card, mediumship, it says you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. I feel that someone who is watching, maybe they are still in grief over a loved one who passed away. And this card says that, you know what, you can connect with these people in your memories and at your heart. And don't feel that you are separated forever, because on a very, how to say, on a very high spiritual level, you're still connected, and they can hear you and you can hear them, through, not through your mind, but through your heart and through your love. I think it's also kind of a message from them. If you're too much in this grieving feelings, they're trying to tell you, you know what, it's okay, because that's the way how it was. And again, something that you cannot control happened. You don't have to blame yourself for not saying the right words at the right time, or maybe for being a little bit harsh for this person in the past in some kind of silly arguments. Like I'm visualizing right now, two people are talking, they have some kind of argument that started over a very, very non-specific thing. I mean, very not important, not serious enough, but the argument escalated and they kind of banged the doors at each other's face, and then maybe one of these people is gone, and then the other person is thinking, why I was so bad with him or her. That's how I'm looking at this card, and I kind of see this like almost like from a movie. So anyways, if you are this person who is still in grief over something that you said wrongly, they're telling you, you know what, you're forgiven, and please forgive me if I was wrong. That's a beautiful, beautiful message. So mediumship, this card is not only, it's not so much about, all Tauruses in March and April, you can actually connect with your past family members or beloved ones. No, because not all of us have this ability, but all of us for sure are still connected with our close people who are very dear to us, close friends and close family members, and we can connect, we can communicate. You just have to imagine that, and you have to imagine that they hear you and they are sending you their love. So another message that I'm just receiving, it's never late to say I'm sorry. I think it's a beautiful message. I just having creeps all over. Yeah, somebody is just trying to tell them it's never late to say I'm sorry. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, I'm still kind of spelled over this message. Yeah, maybe I don't like to give names, but the name Robert came to my mind, but it could be somebody else's name or R in the name, maybe not the first letter, maybe. But anyways, I don't want to do it because it's not a personal reading, but definitely it's the messages from a very, very specific person to someone who is watching. Okay, to wrap up this story, no matter how uncertain your situation may be, particularly in March with these decisions, try to be not too serious about, picking faults with things or people or places or job offers, and try to compromise and be wise. balancing what is good and bad about each offer. And don't forget to take breaks from this contemplation and just enjoy every moment of your life. Take a break and then be back to solving your, you know, to sorting out competitive ideas and thoughts. So I would like to finish this reading on that note. I hope it's a positive note and positive messages coming from this reading for Taurus. And I wish you well. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.